So the season is over. The sophomore season, that is. Low down dirty Shane Harris put on the greatest performance as far as running backs in the history of Fresno State football. Most rushing yards in the season. Most rushing touchdowns in the season. A season which he had 3 touchdowns that went for 90 plus yards. And on top of that, the majority of his touchdowns went for at least 50 plus. This man put on an absolute clinic in his sophomore season. He wanted to improve from his freshman year of getting into the end zone, and he did just that, scoring almost 5 times as much touchdowns as he did the previous season. Not only did he put on a stellar performance, he took home a lot of hardware this season. Not only was he a Mountain West Conference champion, he also took home numerous individual awards, like the Player of the Year award. And how can you say that? Look at the numbers right there. This was before the college football playoff started. Had 24 touchdowns going into those playoffs before we beat the Texas Longhorns down there in Austin. Took home Player of the Year. Then he took on the most prestigious individual award, and that was the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first player in the history of Fresno State football to win this award. This was a very monumental moment for Low Down Dirty Shane Harris II, and it was well deserved. And of course, he took on that Doak Walk Award, and again, this was the one he wanted the most, because to him, it held more weight. Now, despite rushing for over 100 yards versus the Michigan Wolverines, overall, it was still a terrible performance by the Fresno State Bulldogs. Low Down Dirty Shane Harris did fumble the ball 1 time, along with the team as a whole turning over the ball 6 times. And the culprit for the rest of the 5 turnovers was Mikey King, which made absolutely no sense how he played. I have no idea what he saw out there on that football field, but he was straight rattled by that Michigan defense. And in the end, it cost us. We got spanked by 20, man. Spanked by 20 points. And you saw the score at the end of the first half. So now we have a decision to make. Low Down Dirty Shane Harris has decided to move on from Fresno State. They're going to have a lot of inexperienced players on the offensive side of the ball, especially on the offensive line. Mikey King is gone. He's graduated. So Low Down Dirty Shane Harris has made it official. He is going to enter the transfer portal. Now the question is, where is he going to go? Now I focus on 2 things: school fit and offensive scheme. And I'm going to give y'all a hint. And if you see this team play in real life, they can really use Low Down Dirty Shane Harris right now. So without further ado, the second coming of Low Down Dirty Shane Harris has made his decision. Let's hear it. That's right, we have transferred down to Tallahassee, Florida, and we will be attending Florida State University. Fresno State was great to us, man, but now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. It's time to see if we can finally get over that hump and get to that national championship game, and what better place to go than Florida State. Now, last season, the Florida State Seminoles, if you see right here, they finished at 7-6. Not the best record, and I believe they fired their coach at the end of the season. So let's see what we can do with our new coach. And as you saw in the offensive scheme, they now run a pro-style offense. So the Texas A&M Aggies, they won the national championship, beating the Michigan Wolverines, the team that we got stomped by. Now, if this was real life, Texas A&M, this would have been their first national title since 1939.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
But before we go into next season, let me show y'all some historical stats that Low Down Dirty Shane Harris did last season. So we start with the Mountain West Conference record. We now hold the record for rushing yards in a single season in the Mountain West Conference. Low down dirty Shane Harris no doubt left his mark in this conference. We wanted to go for those rushing touchdowns, but we came up with 4 touchdowns short of that. Capri Bibbs out of Colorado State did his thing on that one. So now there goes the school records. So you see rushing yards and rushing touchdowns are the records we currently hold now. 25-18, 27 rushing touchdowns. My goodness, man. We straight shattered Ryan Matthews' records. He had over 1,800 yards rushing along with 18 rushing touchdowns in one season, and we just straight tortured that. Devontae Adams, though, that man gonna hold on to his records for a very long time, in my opinion. So let's take a look at the roster. We're on to Tallahassee now. Now we got this sophomore quarterback. He's gonna be big for us. Now look at this depth chart at running back. We have 3 seniors and 1 junior. And of course the junior is low down dirty Shane Harris. I thought a lot of these cats were gonna be graduating, but I guess I read that wrong. But anyway, sucks for them. Low down dirty Shane Harris is here. We got some decent wide receivers, but we want to focus on this offensive line. Now this offensive line at Florida State is a lot better than the one out there at Fresno, California. We're going to be very solid all over the board, especially on the left side of the line. Center's coming back. He's going to be inexperienced. He's going to be a freshman, but right now he's the best option. On the right side of the line, we're going to be inexperienced as well, but that's cool. It's still a lot better than what we got to deal with out there in Fresno, California. So let's take a look. A first look of low down dirty Shane Harris rocking that Florida State uniform. Nothing has changed but the uniform. We still got the speed. We still got the ability. We're still the best running back in the country. No doubt low down dirty Shane Harris is looking to make his mark here in Tallahassee, Florida. So let's go on over to the weekly agenda, man. I'm very excited to be here at Tallahassee. So in case you haven't been paying attention, we finished the last 2 years with at least a 3.7 GPA or better. Now, if you finish with a 3.7 in your first 3 years, you graduate. So let's focus on that. So here's the top 25, and as you see here, we are starting off the season as the number 17 team in the country. Junior year is in full effect. Let's see what low down dirty Shane Harris can do against this schedule. So first week, we're going up against LSU. Then we got a bye week and we go to Tuscaloosa. God dang, it's going to be crazy. We got Virginia at the crib. SMU at the crib, North Carolina State at the crib. Then we go to Pitt. We got Notre Dame back at the crib. Then we go up to Boston to take on Boston College. We got the U in Miami. We got Clemson and Tallahassee. Louisville up there in Kentucky. And then we end the season, of course, against Florida. So now we're going to meet up with one of our teammates right here. And he wants to meet up for some type of student union photo shoot. I don't know what the hell it is. But anyway, let's just go ahead and go, man. We don't want to just mess up team chemistry like that. I guess we'll go ahead and go. No big deal to low down dirty Shane Harris the second. Oh, look at this. Our brand increase. Okay. Don't really care about that, but that's all right. In my opinion, when you're an athlete, if you want your brand to be promoted, you have to be good at your sport. But that's just me talking. So our offensive coordinator has some game day objectives for us against the LSU Tigers when we play them in Atlanta. He wants me to make sure I don't fumble the ball, average 4 yards a carry, and catch at least 4 passes. That's doable, but what are we going to do against them LSU Tigers for real, for real? Join us next time and find out. His Florida State journey begins the next episode. Peace.